Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. This is one of those moves that really has the potential to shake up the entire NFC North landscape, and honestly, the NFL as a whole. We're talking about a trade that might seem small on paper, but packs a punch in terms of impact. The Bears, sitting at 3-2 and positioning themselves as serious contenders in the NFC North, have made a strategic move to bolster their secondary, and it's none other than Alontae Taylor from the New Orleans Saints. Yes, Taylor is heading to Chicago, and this isn't just about adding a player. It's about transforming how the Bears defend and compete for the postseason. So, what's the story behind this move? Well, insiders like Adam Schefter have been whispering about it for a while now, and the details are finally out. The Saints, currently sitting at 1-5 and clearly in rebuild mode, decided to trade Taylor away, focusing on their offensive line, which has been struggling mightily. They've allowed 31 sacks in just 5 games, ranking 29th in the NFL in pass protection, and with Derek Carr struggling, his PFF grade sitting at 74-2, it's clear they're looking to get younger and more flexible on defense. Taylor, a draft pick from Tennessee in 2022, has been dominating in 2024, and his stats back that up in a big way. He's recorded 4 interceptions, putting him comfortably among the top 12 cornerbacks in the league, and has logged 95 tackles, top 10 among CBs. His EPA per snap, which is a key metric for evaluating impact, is an elite plus 0.16, and he's rated by PFF at 85-2, which ranks him among the top 10 at his position. What really makes Taylor special, though, is his coverage ability. His coverage rating is 72.5, placing him in the top 12, and he's allowed just 2.6 yards after catch per reception, making him a nightmare for receivers after the catch, top 10 in that category. His completion percentage allowed is just 48%, which is excellent, especially considering the volume of passes he faces. In 2025, he's continued to impress with 22 solo tackles, ranking around 25th among CBs, and he's snagged 2 interceptions, ranking 8th, along with 4 pass defenses. He's a true ball hawk with a 15% ball hawk rate, again top 12. Remember that game in Week 3 against the Colts? He had an interception, 6 tackles, and a plus 0.18 EPA per play, showing consistency and clutch performance. Looking at his career, Taylor has accumulated 260 tackles, 8 interceptions, and 33 pass defenses. His double-team rate is just 22%, meaning he often faces the best receivers and still manages to hold his own. Despite a hamstring injury in 2025 that cost him 1 game, he's shown resilience and elite talent. To compare his peak, think of Marshawn Lattimore in 2020, top 8 in slot coverage win rate, allowing a QBR of just 57. 3-0 touchdowns to slot receivers like Amon-Ra. That's the level Taylor is playing at. Now, why is this move so significant for the Bears? Well, first, it addresses a glaring weakness. They've struggled to cover passes, allowing an average of 230 yards per game, ranking 24th in the NFL. Their secondary has been hampered by injuries, especially with Tyrique Stevenson doubtful for Week 7 with a groin injury. Adding Taylor, a proven playmaker and elite cover corner, instantly upgrades their ability to shut down opposing passing attacks. When you look at the chart comparing Taylor to Jalen Johnson, the difference in yards of separation is +1. 6 yards in favor of Taylor, and his deflection rate is 18% higher. That's a game changer. With Tremaine Edmunds, who's been fantastic with 45 tackles in 2025, and other contributors, the Bears are now looking at a secondary that can support their overall defensive scheme much better, especially against high-power defenses. And let's not forget the impact on the team's overall defensive efficiency. With Taylor on board, projections show the Bears could see an increase of around 9 interceptions over the season, and pass yards allowed could drop to around 190 per game, a significant improvement from their current standings. Coverage efficiency is expected to jump by 20%, making their pass defense much more formidable. This is a team that's been trying to punch above its weight class, and now, with Taylor, they're poised to do just that. The charts, the stats, and the film all point to a secondary that's about to make a giant leap forward. The ripple effect of this trade extends beyond just the Bears and Saints. The odds for the Super Bowl are already reflecting a shift. Before the trade, the Bears' odds were around plus 7,000, but now they've shortened dramatically to about plus 3,500, placing them among the NFC contenders, with odds moving from plus 400. This isn't just a minor adjustment. It's a statement that the Bears are serious about competing for a deep playoff run, perhaps even more so now with a defense that can match their offensive potential when fully healthy. The move also gives them an edge in the NFC playoffs, especially considering Taylor's ability to shadow the league's best receivers and disrupt offenses. His impact isn't just immediate, it's long-term, potentially transforming the Bears' defense into one of the top units in the league. And what about the Saints? Well, they're clearly in tank mode, trying to rebuild and rebuild quickly. Their odds of making the playoffs are pretty slim, around plus 120,000 in the NFC South, and moving Taylor signals they're prioritizing youth and future assets over immediate results. They've taken a page from the Dolphins' playbook after Ramsey's injury, prioritizing the long-term and stockpiling draft picks. But for the Bears, this is a strategic move, a clear message that they're not just playing for the present, but aiming for the future. They're building a team that can contend for a Super Bowl, and this trade is a huge step in that direction. Now, looking at the bigger picture, Taylor's addition isn't just about improving the secondary. It's about elevating the entire defense, boosting the team's confidence, and sending a message to the rest of the league that the Bears are in it to win it. His ability to shadow deep threats like Jefferson and neutralize their impact, especially in critical moments, makes him a true X-factor in the playoffs. The defensive EPA against deep threats is expected to jump by 25%, which means Chicago's defense will be much more resilient against the big plays that often decide close games. And let's talk about the future. With Taylor now part of the Bears, the team's vision becomes even clearer. They're not just trying to be a good team, they want to be a great team, a team that can compete with the best in the NFC and beyond. The move also supports their offensive efforts, giving their secondary more confidence to take risks and create turnovers. The combination of Taylor's playmaking ability and the leadership of players like Tremaine Edmunds creates a defensive backbone that can carry the team deep into the postseason. It's a bold move, but in today's NFL, boldness often translates to championships. In conclusion, this trade isn't just about swapping players, it's about redefining the Bears' identity. It's about signaling to the league, to their fans, and to themselves that they're ready to contend, that they're serious about making a push for the Super Bowl. The Saints, on the other hand, are clearly in a different phase, focusing on youth and future assets, which makes sense given their current standings. But for Chicago, this move could be the spark that ignites a real Super Bowl run, transforming their defense into a nightmare for offenses and their entire season into a story of resilience and ambition. The NFL is a league of moments, and with Taylor in navy and orange, the Bears are creating a new chapter, one that could see them rise to new heights in the coming months. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this bold move? Do you think Taylor will be the missing piece to finally unlock the team's potential? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news.